Maybe this is obvious to some, but I wanted to go over briefly how you can build your online course with PowerPoint. Once you have some content, after brainstorming and researching your topic, refer back to lesson 2 for a refresher on this. And after you have storyboarded your content, you can start developing your actual product. If you created your storyboard with Word, for example, you will want to start by laying out your slides using PowerPoint and creating a master slide view if you're going to have a consistent background, and perhaps incorporate your business logo on every slide. Then you can import content from your storyboard file and start creating your slides, animations, narration script, and so on. If in fact you used PowerPoint for your storyboard itself, it may help if you just save your storyboard file as a new name, such as _online course. Then you can modify your master slide view and build out your content by deleting all the storyboard stuff, like the template in the master slide view, and making all your screen contents fill each PowerPoint slide. So that's the basic process. And on the next slide, we're going to actually walk through how to do this if you storyboarded using PowerPoint. Okay, now let's walk through how you would start the process of going from your storyboard to creating the actual course. So I'm going to first exit out of this course presentation and go to the storyboard version of this course. I have it down here. So now we're in the storyboard file itself. First of all, we're going to save this with a new name, with something like _online course, or whatever you want to use. So let's go do that. We're going to go to Save As and type in your new course name. And I'm going to store this. I'm going to store this right here, and I'm going to change this to there. So now I've changed it to _online course. We're going to save that. This way we don't overwrite the storyboard file. Okay, so now that that is done, we're going to go to the view here, and we're going to go to Slide Master. Once you're there, you should see the master slide for your storyboard that is segmented like so. So here is our storyboard master slide that I've been using. It's all divided up into the different sections. So the first step is to delete out all the sections that made up the storyboard. So we're just going to delete out all these things. So delete out everything because we want it to look a certain way. So I'm going to leave my logo here, and I'm just going to add the elements that I want to incorporate. So I'm going to just borrow this right here. I want to have a title on my slide. And then I'm going to just add a little style to this. I'm going to insert a straight line. And I'm just going to change the thickness of that and the color. Oops. Okay. Change that, and I'll change the weight to 3 points. And you can also add some effects if you want. I'm just going to add a little shadow. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for now. It's very similar to what I actually did, but it'll take a little longer to do that. So now, if you want to change the fonts, you can go do so. If you go back to your slide master over here and go to fonts, and then I go to custom fonts because then you can change it for the heading font and the body font. So we use Open Sans, so that's what I'm going to use. Open Sans extra bold font for the heading. And for the actual body text, we're just going to use Open Sans. And then once you got that, you can click Save. And now you might need to just adjust that, or you might want to adjust the size too. So I don't think I want it that big. So just going to go to the home button here and just change that size. Yeah, something like that. Now you can also change the color. So I might not want to use that color either for these. So maybe one of my branding colors. There we go. There, so that's pretty much it for just modifying the master slide view. So now that we've done that, go to Slide Master and you close the view. And now the slides may look a bit chaotic here because I took out all the elements, right? So they look a little bit disjointed, but that's okay because it takes a few clicks to edit that. So we're going to make sure that all these were applied, that we applied the layout. Yeah, so it's applied. But if it hasn't been applied, so if you go here, you could go to Layout and make sure that that's applied. All right, so let's just take a look at this one here. So if I wanted to update this to what the actual course slide would be, I'm going to just delete out some of this text from Storyboard because I don't need it now. If you have to create an animation, then your text is there. You can create it and then delete out that information. So I'm just going to modify that. And you can see too that the font changed. Now another way to do this is to, when you're developing the storyboard, you can use the font. But if you want it to be bigger, it may not fit as well on the storyboard slide. So it's probably a good idea to do it after, because then you can make it the size that you want. And then this is the title here. So I'm just going to take that out and delete this. Okay. Just making sure that's applied there. There we go. Put that in there. All right, so that's pretty much what you do to modify a slide. So there's one I just modified that this is how I want it to look pretty much during the course. We could try one more here. So this is this is the title slide. So this is my introduction slide. So this won't look so chaotic once I'm done deleting these things. Okay, delete that. So these all have animations that I applied to them during the storyboard phase. That was to save time, but if you haven't done that, you can add that in as well. So just adjusting this image here because I want it to kind of be in the background. And then I'm just going to move this, line it up, take this bullet out. And there we go. That's pretty much it. And we can also view that. And so I've already applied these animations. So when I click, these appear. That's basically how you go from the storyboard to your course files. You'd have to go through each one, but you can apply the master slide view in a bulk format for all of the slides and then just go delete out the information you don't need anymore, move things around, and you're done. Now let's go try another knowledge check question and then I'll summarize this lesson.